The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Bill Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing in ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Under fire. Finds his man. It's Edwards. Breaks into the open. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Coleman. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for first and goal.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Cobb. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Fox. He's got the tight end. Made a defender miss. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
So now it's second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Back to throw, it's Fox. Swings it out to the flat. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle. It's Farley. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'll move the tight end. Right back to it. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. From the gun. Oh, it's tipped near the goal line.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Down close, second and goal like this, you got to find your best matchup. Really nice play call. Looked like they had the defense on their heels there. That was a nice touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air, it's Simpson. He'll take the deep shot. Reels it in down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Northern Illinois. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag that could take it to the house and make big plays.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Quarterback making checks. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Fox. Caught near the sticks, it's Farley. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Seminoles are rolling down the field. Looking to throw again. That's caught. It's off. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Pittman. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. He steps out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll try to finish it with a score from there.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line, and I can get that
into the house. Touchdown, no!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go with the ball.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And Winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Fox. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's McCoy. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
We see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Noles have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play it.
Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with the tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
They had the extra point to finish the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Florida State. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Gentlemen, as you know, we have an entire state divided today, Utah and BYU. One of the game's most meaningful rivalries, and wait till you hear this. BYU was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Cougars performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the wideout. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
The give to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He caught it! And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
That could not have gone any worse. This offense set up Palmer at the 1, going the wrong direction, man.
Yeah, it's way harder to score touchdowns from this area of the field because you can't throw into the end zone so easily. That was a golden opportunity. They got to come up with something positive here.
Looking for a man. It's Fox. Quick strike complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, no!
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gonna let it fly. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Backed up now, here's second and long. These corners backing off a bit. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll take another shot here. And he hauls it in inside the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Noles will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. To throw, it's Simpson. He wants it all. He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
To the air, it's Fox. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line on the edge is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking deep down the right side. And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season. Consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Extending the play. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Ocha. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Van Buren. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes the catch. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown tie. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Fox. Unloads to the right. The sure hands, it's Pittman.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanky, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss.
Breaks into the open. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Cobb. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida State.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Fox. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make... Everyone has the same call. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right on the money. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth-quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, looking for a man. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Pulls it in, it's Coleman. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And the Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna run it. It's Archer. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Fox. Gets it out fast. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Touchdown Seminoles! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Breaks into the open on the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
This offense is back on the field. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Fox. That's reeled in, it's McCoy. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Turning it on! Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. The Noles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the tailback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Fox. It's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Florida State! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Fires to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the back. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Here's a heat. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's taking the deep shot. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators? If you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
To the air on 1st down. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He's moving out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way his guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. He's got it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays, you got to have scripts because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?